Hello friends, my name is Mandar Mokashi, working as Assistant Professor in the Computer Engineering Department of JSPM TSSM's Bhimrao Sawant Engineering College, Nare, Pune. Now in this session, I will be discussing about one of the most important concept in the subject of data structure, and the concept is called as stack. So basically stack is a linear data structure. When I say linear data structure, that means it is basically a data structure which is used to store some elements into it, and it also provides some basic operations to be performed on those elements, right. So there are two types of data structures. One is a linear data structure and second is non-linear data structure. The examples of linear data structures are array, stack, linked list and queues. Linear data structures are those data structures in which the elements of these data structures can be visited or traversed in a single run. So it follows a particular sequence. It can be started from the first element that we have inserted in the data structure, and it will process rest of the elements in a particular sequence. So we do not need to jump from one sequence to another sequence, whereas in case of non-linear data structures, the elements cannot be traversed in a single go. For that we need to jump from one sequence to another sequence. The examples of non-linear data structures can be the trees, the graph. Alright. So these data structures cannot be processed in a single run. So the topic of today's discussion is linear data structure, and the data structure is the stack data structure. Now you can observe here, I have included these three figures over here. In the first figure you can see it is a collection of some stones. So basically the stack follows the principle of last in first out. That means the element which we are going to insert at last will be the element which can be removed first. So obviously this leads to the concept of bottom up approach. Alright. So the first element that we are going to insert, that will be going at the bottommost position of the stack. Initially our stack will be empty, so first element that we insert will obviously go to the bottommost position of the stack. The second element will be placed on the top of the first element, the third element will be placed on the top of second element, and so on. So the stack always grows from bottom to up. Alright. You can observe it here also. It is a collection of stones. So the first stone that we have inserted in the stack has been placed at the bottommost position. The second stone is placed at the top of the first position, first stone, and so on. So the last stone that we have inserted will be placed at the top. So that will be the stone that can be removed first. So we cannot remove any stone apart from the topmost stone. Second image you can see, it is a stack of some books. It also follows the same principle. The last book is the book that can be removed first. In the third image it is a collection of some plates. So it also follows the same principle. So these three images are the real life examples of stack. Now coming back to our computer science field, so basically the stack is nothing but it is a group of memory locations. Alright. It follows one particular sequence, and as we have seen in the images, the stack in computer engineering field also it grows from bottom to up position. Alright. So first element that will be inserted at the bottommost position. So for pointing out any particular element, we have to initialize one variable, and that variable is called as top variable. Alright. So initially when the stack is empty, the top pointer will be pointing to 0th location. As and when we insert the first element in the stack, the top pointer will be incremented by 1. When we insert the second element on the stack, it will be inserted or it will be placed on the top of the first element. Alright. So initially the stack was empty, and the topmost position, the top variable was pointing to 0. When we inserted first element, the top is incremented. So now it will be pointing to the first position. When we insert second element, the top will be again incremented by 1. Now it will be pointing to second position, and so on. So here we as you can observe here that the first element that we have inserted is 11. Initially the stack was empty. We have initialized the top variable to 0 at present. All right. So whenever we inserted 11 in the stack, the top pointer will be incremented by 1. The second element is inserted now. The top position is again incremented by 1. The third element that we are going to insert, the top variable will again be incremented by 1. So likewise you can observe here that we are going on inserting the elements, and our top variable is going on incremented by 1. All right. So initially we had inserted 11, and at last we have inserted the element 20. So 20 is the last element, and the top variable is pointing to 20. All right. Now our elements are over. So the insert operation is over now. All right. Let me tell you, this insert operation in the stack is called as push operation. So it is a predefined operation provided by the stack data structure. Now the second operation is supported by the stack, that is called as pop operation. Pop operation is similar to the deletion operation. All right. So now this 20 element had been inserted at last. So that will be the element which can be removed first. All right. So we cannot remove any element apart from this 20. So in order to remove other element apart from 20, we have to first remove this 20. All right. Once we remove 20, then the next element can be deleted, then the next element can be deleted, and at last this 11 can be deleted. All right. So for that we first need to delete this 20. So these are the two different operations that we can perform on stack. Number one is push operation, that is insertion of a new element on the stack, and second one is pop operation, that is removal of the elements that we had already inserted onto our stack. All right. So dear friends, this is all about stack. I hope this will help you to explore more details on this particular data structure. Thanks for watching.